Hello, and welcome to the Odyssey L27, Odysseus' Responses to Conflict, Book 13. In the previous lesson, we expressed in writing how an author draws on and transforms a scene from classic literature. Today, we will read excerpts of Book 13 from the Odyssey, and for each major episode of Book 13, we will describe how Odysseus' responses to conflict reveals his character and how his interactions with others advances the plot. For this, you will need your copy of the Odyssey, the character motivation handout for Book 13, and the 3-2-1 Summarizer handout. Remember that Odysseus has completed telling his story to the royal court of the Phaeacians. Today's reading will pick up as the hospitable people prepare to send Odysseus home. Now we will read excerpts of Book 13 together. I will stop at various moments to check for your understanding and for us to discuss some plot details. If you will, turn in your books to page 286. We are going to start at the very beginning, but we are going to keep parts of it in check. On page 286, Ithaca at last. His tale was over now. The Phaeacians all fell silent, hushed, his story holding them spellbound down the shadowed halls until Alcinous found the poise to say, Odysseus, now that you have come to my bronze-floored house, my vaulted roofs, I know you won't be driven off your course. Nothing can hold you back. How much you'd suffered. You'll sail home. Here, friends, here's a command for one and all. You who frequent my palace day and night and drink the shining wine of kings and enjoy the harper's songs, the robes and hammered gold and a haul of other gifts you lords of our island council brought our guest, all lie packed in his polished sea chest now. Come, each of us add a sumptuous tripod, add a cauldron. Then recover our cost with levies on the people. It's hard to afford such bounty man by man. The king's instructions met with warm applause, and home they went to sleep, each in his own house. When young Dawn with her rose-red fingers shone once more, they hurried down to the ship with handsome bronze gifts. And striding along the decks, the ardent King Alcinous stowed them under the benches, ship-shape, so nothing could foul the crewmen tugging at their oars. Then back the party went to Alcinous' house and shared a royal feast. The majestic king slaughtered an ox for them to Cronos' mighty son, Zeus of the thundercloud, whose power rules the world. They burned the thighs and fell to the lordly banquet, reveling there, while in their midst the inspired bard struck up a song, Demodocus, prized by all the people. True, but time and again Odysseus turned his face toward the radiant sun, anxious for it to set, yearning now to be gone and home once more, as a man aches for his evening meal when all day long his brace of wine-dark oxen have dragged the bolted plowshare down a fallow field. How welcome the setting sun to him, the going home to supper, yes, though his knees buckle, struggling home at last. So welcome now to Odysseus, the setting light of day, and he lost no time as he pressed Phaeacia's men who loved their oars, addressing his host Alcinous first and foremost. Alcinous, majesty, shining among your island people, make your libations, launch me safely on my way. To one and all, farewell. All is now made good, my heart's desire, your convoy home, your precious loving gifts, and may the gods of Olympus bless them for me. May I find an unswerving wife when I reach home, and loved ones hail unharmed. And you, my friends, remaining here in your kingdom now, may you delight in your loyal wives and children. May the gods rain down all kinds of fortune on your lives, misfortune never harbor in your homeland. All burst into applause, urging passage home for their parting guest. His farewell rang so true. Hallowed King Alcinous briskly called his herald. Come, Pothinus, mix the wine in the bowl. Pour rounds to all the banqueters in the house, so we, with a prayer to mighty Zeus the Father, can sail our new friend home to native land. Pontonus mixed the honeyed wine, and hovering closely, poured full rounds for all, and from where they sat they tipped libations out to the happy gods who rule the vaulting skies. Then King Odysseus rose up from his seat, and placing his two-eared cup in Arete's hands, addressed the queen with parting wishes on the wing. Your health, my queen, through all your days to come, until old age and death that visit all mankind pay you a visit too. Now I am on my way, but you may take joy in this house of yours, in your children, your people, in Alcinous the king. With that the great Odysseus strode across the threshold, and King Alcinous sent the herald off with the guest, to lead him down to the swift ship and foaming surf. And Arete sent her serving women, one to carry a sea cloak, washed and fresh, a shirt as well, another assigned to bear the sturdy chest, and a third to take the bread and ruddy wine. We're going to pause here and answer a question.